Nothing is more stressful about getting a new full-time job than going through the interview process. What makes this especially difficult for us are people who just don't know how to interview a candidate and people who are just plain mean. They love to ask questions that will make you feel like, oh, you are worthless. They want you to feel that there, but for the grace of them, you are unemployable. The first thing we need to do is do lots of research and preparation before the interview. This includes even that initial phone screening. Be sure to read the full job posting. It will tell you what experience and personal qualities they are looking for. Certain states, like New York, must provide a salary range. This posting should then be set aside for the preparation part. Now, check online for information on how the company treats their staff and how they interview. Glassdoor.com has employee based reviews on over 600,000 companies. Also, compensation comparisons by position and even job postings you can apply for. These are not just high end jobs. You may or may not want to interview with the company after you read their employee reviews on Glassdoor. You have the job posting and your notes from your Glassdoor and other online company research results. Now write your personal and career story so that it fits the position and the company. Write it in a narrative way. So if the company wants their employees to take the initiative, list three examples of doing that. If the company has regimented processes that you must follow to the letter, list three examples of doing that. Both this can be from college, volunteer work, and a current or prior job, including a part-time job. It is important to put each of your related experiences and personality points in terms of satisfying the four key things companies want from a new hire. Now, you're being interviewed by someone who is clueless about the best way to interview you. This causes them to be stressed and even upset of having to even be interviewing you. This is why so many companies these days can take months and months before extending an offer. It comes from just lack of confidence on their part. Your job is to reduce the interviewer's stress level, build up the interviewer's confidence in their ability to pick the right person. Again, it's all about emotions, folks. If they ask you an irrelevant or stupid question, answer it very quickly, then talk about what they probably were trying to find out. For example, Mike, are you fully aware of this role? John, I've done a lot of research into all aspects of this position and the company itself. There are many ways in which I see myself as a great candidate. Don't say you are the best candidate. You have no clue who else they're looking at. I could share with you how my experience and personality gives me a high degree of confidence I can be a great asset to company XYZ. Whenever you answer a question with additional information like that, limit that additional information to two sentences and focus on conclusions. This will come out of your preparation. Let the interviewer decide if they want to ignore their next question and run with the more relevant information that you just gave them. Even if they continue with their bad questioning, you've made important points. There is the interview approach that I call the pressure cooker approach. Their goal is to throw you off, to see how you handle pressure situations. They might pretend they don't get your answer to their questions. The shorter your answers and more on point they are, the less likely they can pull this off. Instead of asking if you answered the question right when they pull this on you, ask, do you have any additional questions based on my answer? One last but very important trick with interviews, have two very good questions that show you fully understand their work and this position. 30,000-foot view questions, not what's your vacation policy. Many times I hired someone because of the question or questions they asked. For example, how is XYZ adapting with its processes to capitalize on AI to speed things up, maintain your competitiveness, and lower your costs? For the position, John, let's pretend it's a year from now and you were toasting me as a great hire. What would you have had it to What would you have needed to see from me in order for you to feel very happy about hiring me? You're putting yourself in a positive light with them. You're making this thought to them that you're going to be successful. Second, you will see if the company has realistic expectations of you. This question has helped me land great jobs and helped me avoid a lot of awful jobs. Two awful questions to answer. First, Mike, where do you see yourself 5 years from now at our company? Be too optimistic and you'll scare them off. Be too conservative and you'll scare them off. Instead, say, I fully expect to be a great asset to XYZ and look forward to whatever new roles, if any, that you might decide is best for me, you, and XYZ. See how this answer will be interpreted differently depending on the view and emotions of the interview. The second question I hate, Mike, tell me something negative about yourself. Avoid the nonsense answers like, I care too much or I work too hard. Give an honest negative and how you work around it. For example, well, John, I can be brutally harsh on staff who are trying to take advantage of me or take advantage of our company. Because of this, I make sure in a nice way to see if my suspicions are right. Then I give them a chance to acknowledge and commit to avoiding such bad behavior. In short, I sideline my Mad Dog Mike personality. You want to throw in humor, that's a perfect time to say something. Even if no one calls you Mad Dog Mike, they don't know. Just throw it out there. Do Google searches for more tips related to interviews. Now, you need to make sure that each one has common sense behind it, like the examples I just gave you.